If you're struggling to come up with Etsy niche ideas, I got you covered in this video. We go over niche ideas that are doing good or going to do good for Christmas, and then we go over some ideas that are possibly have a good chance of doing good just by looking at it, and just over the years of me doing research personally, and then some Thanksgiving, Christmas ideas. So we're kind of just researching ahead to get ahead of the competition. And everything I did to find these niches in this video, I used the research tool EverBee. And that's gonna be down below in the description if you wanna go ahead and test that out. Now, let's get into all these niches I found. And if you get any value out of this video, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get into it. All right, so the first Etsy niche idea, we're gonna be going over a few different things. So some of the niches, I think, for me personally, as far as, doing research over the years and understanding what people want in the different marketplaces, we're gonna find like some of the data is going to have a ton of demand as far as like looking at the conversion rates, the total sales, and then we're going to try to get ahead to where like I think that this is going to be a good idea, a good niche idea. And the goal behind that is to help you make your first sale, because I know that there's like a very little competition in that niche, and I can see that designs are being or listings are being put up in those niches by looking at, the duration and how long it's been up, the listing age, or I see like a certain trend happening. I'm like, okay, this would be a good idea. So just keep in mind when you're looking at all these different ideas. And then if you come up with your own unique idea, that's the main goal behind this, is to help you come up with your own unique idea so you can put your design up and then hopefully make sales with your Etsy shop. So the first idea was Christmas lights installer. Now, there's a lot of people that install Christmas lights. So I thought this would be a really good idea right here. So think of like even like a Christmas tree installer, right? That would be a good idea. Or a certified Christmas tree decorator, something like that would work really good. So if you look at this, it has a total of 2 sales and the listing age has been up for 22 months. So it seems like it made a sale a year, but just the different ideas, the different concepts, like what else can you do here? Because I feel like this is an underserved niche, and then there's something that you can possibly do here. Now, with that being said, I was coming across and I found this one right here. So my favorite color is Christmas lights, which is a really cool one. You're seeing like this one has a ton of sales, right? So you can see that, and it's been up for what is that right there? So about 4 years, and you can see the total sales. And by looking at this one looks like a really good seller. Now, keep in mind, you're seeing like the price point, people are doing this on the listings, but if you come over here and click on this, you're going to see, the price will change if you select something. And then I'm pretty sure that, they're doing free shipping. This is interesting. So they might be printing their own shirts. Okay, when it comes to this, but that's not saying that you can't create your own unique idea right here. So just keep that in mind. If you can obviously print your own shirts, obviously you can adjust the price a little bit, adjust it to the demand. But also too, I think there's something like this, different ideas around Christmas is a really good idea. Come over here to the next one. So gingerbread house. You see gingerbread house construction, the long tail keyword right here. When I'm seeing something like this, you're seeing what they're doing. Smith Family Construction Company. And then there's just a gingerbread house, which is pretty cool. So like there's different ideas and different concepts around this niche that you can personally do. And I feel like when it comes to something like this, think of like, families that own construction businesses, that could be an idea. Or just a family decoration for gingerbread houses, when the family get together and they build their own gingerbread house, right? So for example, my last name is Martinez. I think of Martinez Family Construction gingerbread house, right? So something like that would be a good idea. You're going to see that $20.99. They're charging $5.99 for shipping. Come over here. Let's look at some other ones. Like this one was a good idea right here. You're seeing what they're doing here. Gingerbread house construction crew. So you can possibly make it a little bit more customized. Maybe you want to do the family name, gingerbread house. Also, when you're seeing this, you're thinking about, look at the listing age. You can see that some of these designs are being put up within the last month, because it seems like this one just has a good chance of, when you're looking at that, this is saying that, some people think that this is going to be a good design for Christmas coming up. But when you see stuff like this can be a newer trend that is coming up. And this is exactly what I'm talking about when you're looking at the listing age, right? Now, if we come over here, we see this gingerbread house construction crew. You can see like this SVG. You're seeing like, different ideas right there. But then you come over here, Christmas crew. You're seeing how they're creating like these big family. I can see like people buying multiple for example, instead of buying like 1 or 2 designs, they're buying, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you anything with crew, anything like that, you're increasing the order value. So they're buying, you know, a family of 4 are buying the same shirt. So keep that in mind too as well. So with the higher the order value, you know, the bigger discounts you get from, you know, as far as for these print providers that you're using. So let's say, for example, that you're using Gelato, you're using Printify, you're using Printful, any of these print providers, when you order 2 or 3 more shirts, you save on the shipping and return, you can make a little bit more profit from that, which is really nice. Next is a Christmas snowboard. Okay, so when you look at this, also skiing, look at this. So they're how they're doing also family Christmas shirts too as well. But look at like they're cool. Look at this snowboarding, this cool little skeleton. Okay, so skeleton, anything with skeletons, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, any of those are working pretty good right now. And you can see, for example, look at this one, the listing age, all right, 31 months conversion. So it's made sales in the past, and most likely when it starts to snow, people love skeletons, people love snow, people love snowboarding, people love skiing. That all goes hand in hand with this niche right here. And there's several different things that you can do as far as understanding what is one, as far as you know, looking at the different ideas, different concepts. I'm thinking when I see Christmas snowboard, Santa Claus, you know, they're doing like skeletons, which is pretty cool. Anything like that, family trips as far as people going snowboarding together, right? That's a big thing too as well. So stuff like that would be good for this niche. Now, snowboarding Christmas custom shirt, like I said, we've seen this Johnson family one right here. Now think of, you know, they're buying in bulk. Okay, think of a family of 4 going snowboarding or skiing. Okay, on a trip, you know, they're going snowboarding together, or they're just going to a cabin together. So stuff like this, it just works. Example, let's say like this one. So 6 viewed in the last 24 months. That's a good sign. 24 hours. It's a good sign. But you can see how they have the Walker family, and then they have like, you know, the place that they're going to. 'Tis the season to be cozy, right? And they have the actual location where they're going. So think of family trips in different locations where they're going, and then you can customize something like that, okay? Which is pretty cool. So when you think about that, just think of different ideas on what you can do as far as family, snowboarding, skiing, anything like that, different types of trips. Next is turkey trot. Okay, this is something that I've did me personally in school, thinking of, you know, burning thighs before pies, turkey trot 2025. Now, I think of something like this, you can think about like, so turkey trot 2025, like if you can actually like reach out to any of these schools, if you know the principal, superintendent, anything like that, say, hey, can I create, you know, t-shirts for the school? You definitely can do something like this. And you can definitely, you know, hop out, donate, you know, proceedings to the actual school, and you can make a profit too for your work, stuff like that. Will be a really good idea as far as, you know, getting these bulk orders, or you got 30 kids ordering the same shirt, right? And they're all wearing it for the turkey trot, and they're running, and they're all racing. But then also too, there's, you know, you're seeing that there's different ideas as far as turkey trot like it's hot, trot now, gobble later, trot squad. You know, there's different designs, there's different concepts. But look at this one right here. They got this little pie chasing turkeys. Pretty cool. They're eating the turkeys. That little Donald Trump turkey looking funny political turkey shirt. So there's different ideas, different concepts that can be done here, and think it, you know, just thinking of different ways how you can market it and make sales in the niche and create your own unique idea. This would be a good one. Now come over here, turkey trot squad, and you're seeing what they're doing right here. You're seeing the 2025 seems to be one of those keywords that's getting traction. So keep that in mind when you're seeing anything like this. Very, very powerful, because you're like, okay, something like this will work. Now, this is like a newer listing, as you're going to see, right? 1 month, right? So it's been up for what, less than a month or a month. But I think something like this is a good idea. All right. So the next idea is like, I think it just like Christmas carols type of stuff. Okay. Now you want to be very careful. Like, I feel like when it comes to this, like, you don't want to be like infringing on anything, because there's like very popular songs. But what other approach can you go after when it comes to this right here? Okay. And that's obviously where ChatGPT can help you with this type of stuff, where it's like you don't want to be infringing or sounding like a song, but like what else can you do as far as sound like a funny Christmas carol that will get someone's attention on a t-shirt or make someone laugh or make someone smile. That's all good stuff right there. Now it's not showing really any results with EverBee over here, but I feel like when this right here, it's a good idea for sure. Now if we come over here, let's say holiday choir shirt. Never too early for Christmas music, like something like this. You see this? This is a perfect example of exactly what I'm talking about. 2 months old, 4 sales already, 6% conversion, right? So I think you're getting into that Christmas spirit, right? Christmas music is a big thing during this holiday. Look at, probably already started listening to Christmas music. I think this is a really cool one too. And I look at, see, this one here doesn't have no sales, but it's getting views, getting traction. This is a good one. So that most likely if it's getting views, people are sharing it. So we're a ways out, right? But like to kind of show you to get ahead of the demand, it's getting views within a month. That means people are sharing it. So if people are sharing it, that means they're showing interest, because remember, we have Thanksgiving still ahead of us. But then obviously if it's making sales, that's even better. But this is one way to kind of hit those niches with low competition. Now baking, Christmas, Thanksgiving's baking too as well. Any type of bake-off, like baking competition, champions, stuff like that. Just baking in general does really good, but think of like what else are people doing? Gingerbread house competitions, cookie competitions. Think of different ideas like that, different cakes, pies. See, this is all good stuff right here, because you leveraging that and doing that and putting your own, coming up with different concepts and ideas. That's how you create one of these top sellers in these niches. Eat, sleep, bake, repeat. Christmas baking crew. Here's another one. Christmas baking crew. Cookie crew. Head baker. Now look at sweet chef, oven master. And there's different ideas that people are using right here, and it's already getting sales and traction. It's only been up for 2 months, 400 views, 7 sales. Good sign right there. Okay. That's what you want right there. It's the sweetest time of the year. You can see that obviously this makes sales too. Custom name Cookie Crew. This is a cool one. Now baking team shirt. So Christmas baking crew. Seeing like the different ideas. We're just like wiggling our way, looking at different keywords and seeing how people are putting the text on the shirt and official Christmas baking team. You can see this one's doing good too as well. We just looked at that one. This one's doing good. Gingerbread House Construction Crew. You can see, and it has the name. But we looked at this one a little bit earlier, and it's doing pretty good. Doing good. It's getting traction already. So we're 2 months out from Christmas, but when you see something like this and it's making sales, that's when the demand is going to pick up, like next month. Okay, it's already picking up already, but it's going to go up and it's going to peak and it's going to spike, and you want to ride that wave. And that's when you start making money, right? So that's the goal behind this. Create a cool design, make some money. There's several different ways you can approach this baking niche, which is really cool. Holiday cookie crew shirt, kind of very similar. Now, well, let's see. So we come down right here. You see what they're doing here. So it's kind of like working its way down the line. So think of they're buying 5 t-shirts right here, right? Look, it already has 24 sales, 13 views already. Conversion rate 4% listed 2 months ago. So this is already a bestseller. Think of family of 4, family of 5, family of 3, or they're getting together and they're baking cookies together, which is really, really cool. I think this is a really good idea. Okay. Everyone's catching on over here. They're putting those mock-ups with the 4 or 5 t-shirts up front. You got the idea right here. Pretty cool. All right, now bonfire, hot cocoa shirt. You see what I typed in right there, hot cocoa crew. My girlfriend said she liked this one right here, which is very same thing as this one, but this is a sweatshirt. This is a t-shirt. So seems to be like the style, right? Cozy weather, hot cocoa, kind of chill back vibe, hot cocoa vibes. You can see that's doing pretty good. Hot cocoa crew. So think of like the Motley group hug. That's a cool one. I'm thinking of right off the back, it's just bonfires, hot cocoa. Just think of different ideas like that. I'm pretty sure they will do well. Hot cocoa, cozy blankets, and Christmas movies. You can see that's doing pretty good. Well, it's starting to pick up. It's going to do pretty good. It seems like people are sharing it already. Winter camping shirt. So camping is big right now. Little camper right here seems to be doing pretty good. 12 sales already this month. 66 sales. Come down. Got the campers designed like a Christmas tree, right? And it's getting views. No sales yet. No city lights, just campfire nights. That's a cool one, right? It's getting sales. 15 sales this month. So something like that would be a good one. Here's another one. Got the birds with the forest, the retro, the mountains in the back. 40 sales this month. Next one was a Nutcracker mom ballerina mom shirt. Let's see what they're doing here with the ballerina theme style. Pretty cool. You can see it has 15 cells, 8 cells, 10 cells. Definitely getting some traction over here with these designs. Nutcracker Mom Squad. So there's different, just think of Nutcracker and then think of ballerina and then just think of other stuff that you can do with it. What else can you mix in here? There's several different things you could probably mix in here. But this niche seems to be like one of those niches that are doing really good, but I feel like it's underserved too. Next was a custom Snow Globe City shirt. Now, something like this, it seems like a lot of it's like a newer niche by looking at it, by looking at the listing ages, but there's some in here that are making sales. But look how cool this is. Like your text here is just a custom snow globe, or look at Williams Family Christmas. And then like think of family Christmas, you know, get-togethers, stuff like that. The band's not there, but I think it's just so cool. Okay. Like this one right here, right? You can see that obviously has sales. See what they're doing that there. They put a snow globe in a family trip. A lot of people are also going to Disneyland, but you know, obviously you have to be careful, making sure that you're not infringing, or if you have the rights to do Disney designs, you should be okay. But if you don't, you got to be very careful with that. Holiday travel souvenir t-shirt. Now, I feel like when it comes to something like this, you're seeing Christmas in Key West. See 2023, obviously you updated 2025. Change that listing, update that if that's yours. You know, the idea behind this, it's doing good, right? But looking at this stats, not making sales yet, but you can see that looking at the stats, it does pretty good. Something like this will be a good idea. Something with the Christmas lights. You got Santa with the reindeers over the top, little palm trees with some Christmas lights around them. Pretty cool. But think of a destination where you're going to. If you ever been into a gift shop, like in San Diego or let's say Las Vegas or anything like that, you'll see a lot of these type of like San Diego t-shirts or Vegas t-shirts, stuff like that. People want to buy stuff like that when they go to certain locations because it means something to them and they want to take it home and use it for their pajama t-shirt or their night t-shirt, or they want to wear it out to, yeah, I just came back from Vegas, check out my cool new shirt that I got. Just think of like, you know, gift giving as far as different locations, souvenirs where people are going to travel for the holidays. It can be New York, it could be California, it could be Spain, it can be Florida, Virginia, wherever the heck you're going, Canada, it doesn't matter, okay? All right, now also too, everything that I'm using in this video, I'm using EverBee to help me, you know, validate and look at just newer ideas. You know, obviously looking at conversion rates and looking at, you know, the listing age. It's a really cool tool. It's going to be down below in the description if you want to use it and test it out. That is going to be my affiliate link down there, so go ahead and, you know, check that out. But this one right here, I got this idea from an actual comment. Someone comment said, I want you to do ornament design or the ornament niche and do different research ideas for that, because I do a lot of, you know, research on the channel. But I was like, you know what, that's a good idea for a t-shirt too as well. So this one, I think it's just not no sales, 2 views. It just listed recently, but I think like different ornament, like retro style, anything along those lines will be a really good idea when it comes to creating a t-shirt design. For this one, for example, you got the ornament chasing the gingerbread man, the elf, and the snowman. I think this is a really cool design. It's creative, cute, funny, and it tells a story and also just makes you laugh and smile. So this one right here was a good idea. Next one was this skeleton ornament. So when you're looking at anything like this, a skeleton hand ornament, you're seeing the placement of the ornament and then the skeleton over the top of the ornament holding the 2 ornaments. Merry Christmas. You're seeing that, you know, age listings 47 months, 5 total sales views. You can see the conversion rate right there. Now come down, you're seeing, you know, we have some other ones too as well. Just like this one right here. It's like those retro style type of ornaments on a t-shirt. Seems to be pretty cool. This ones are really cool too. It seems like the gingerbread man is disappearing, getting like bites tucking out of them, and it's just slowly disappearing. That's a cool one too. I feel like the ornament niche, the ornament shirt design t-shirt, now you want to be careful, you know, obviously you don't want to watch out for any trademarks or copyrights like that, but I think this is like, I feel like it's an underserved niche. I like big bulbs, and I cannot lie, as you can see, this one's barely listed up too as well. I feel like it's a balls deep in Christmas spirit. This is a cool one. Okay. Something like that. You're seeing that. I feel like it's an underserved niche. Not that much competition. You can enter something like this and hopefully make your first sales. This is a cool one too. It's pretty cool. the ghosts are running from the ornament. So just different ideas. I think something like this will work really good. So hopefully that helped you and gave you an idea of what's selling, and obviously give you a different creative angle or different design angle to approach these niches with high competition or just low demand, or maybe you're lost and you don't know exactly what to do as far as coming up with a different idea or a different unique concept. And hopefully I helped you answer that question or give you an insight to do so. And like I said, everything I used in this video to help me find these niches, I used the EverBee research tool. That's going to be down below in the description. And if you want more Etsy niche research like this, watch this video right here next. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.